not a stranger to the dark.
I'm able to communicate things singing that I can't find words to say.
'Cause we don't want your broken heart.
Like when I was a young girl and I would have a bad day at school or someone was mean to me, I had a tape that I had made, a mixed tape of Whitney Houston and, you know, songs from Bodyguard and stuff like that. And I would sit and I would sing these songs until I felt better.
I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious.
And so singing became my coping mechanism.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down.
You know, I had been in the choir and we had gone to like all these other competitions with the choir and people would mention me.
I am brave, I am
that girl in the front on the left, she's got a voice.
This is me, look out, 'cause here I come.
And I started to let myself actually dream of it. And I started to imagine myself on Broadway and like entertaining people with my voice and my witty repartee. And this is where the infamous Astroworld audition comes in. I'm gonna go and audition for Astroworld because they were gonna do this big Motown review. And they asked me to sing Respect by Aretha Franklin. And I was young and I was brassy, and so I was like, yes, I can. And I go off and I'm wailing and doing my own thing and riffing and stuff, and I get this standing ovation from the other auditioners. And my heart lights up, and I'm like, I can sing. Well, then came the final call, and they cut me. And I had spent so much time there that week, I was so surprised. And so when they cut me, I went over to the production team, the staff, and I was like, can you tell me why you decided not to take me? Because maybe I could figure something out. And they said, we only want to have one Black female voice in this review. So we're gonna combine whoever sings Aretha with Whitney, and you can't wear the clothes. You're too heavy. My feelings were deeply hurt. And I had already harbored a fear that I was too big to be a singer. And I cried and I cried and I cried. I must have cried for 2 hours. And I had decided that, okay, I'm not gonna be a singer. I'm not gonna go for people to tell me I'm fat. And I didn't sing at anything for 10 years. At the nurse's station at the hospital one day, I was like, I need a place to sing. And somebody mentioned to me this community theater in Deer Park called Art Park Players. They were looking to cast for their production of Hairspray. And that is where I learned the song, I Know Where I've Been. I was just stunned at people's reaction to me because I thought all of my shine as a singer and as a performer had worn off, you know? And I still wasn't convinced. So the show ended and I was like, okay, and I went back to work. And then a friend of mine reached out to me and she told me about this audition for this competition downtown called Pride Superstar. My whole world shifted and I didn't know it was shifting. You know what I mean? I was just standing on the stage I hope they like this, and then they did, and then I won. And I went and recorded I Know Where I've Been as a single.
There's a light in the darkness.
America's Got Talent sees that music video.
Is black as my skin.
And I went to audition for the executive producers.
Showing me the way.
And I was on there way longer than I thought I ever would be.
But I know where I've been.
When I was on the show, I realized that we can teach people multiple ways, but when they're being entertained at the same time, the message goes in so much deeper.
That comes from deep within.
Singing is my best form of communication. So my message or my art is shared best when I can sing it to you.
I pray the answers up ahead.
It's all connected, and it's this message I want to share with the world that I've always wanted to share. And it comes from so many times that I have been shut down and told that I couldn't do things. And then you sit and you're like, but why can't I? And when someone's like, well, going to school as a single mom, no. Or when I want to go to nursing school and they're like, and work, I don't think so, honey. Every time someone puts a hurdle in front of me, I'm like, what do you mean? Why can't I do it? And so now that I have anyone's attention, that's what I want to say to them. If you believe you can and you have the confidence, You can.
I give